Speaking of punk, remember when they like tried to steal Kanye's film like from his music video?
Oh yeah,
I vaguely.
It was so weird. Like that's not punk. Like that's not like a prank. Like,
right. That's theft. That's a crime.
I'm under contract from whatever record company.
Yeah.
This music video is $2 million.
Which was that the one with
I think it was Touch
Pamela
the Sky.
Anderson.
Touch the Sky, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Damn. Now I don't want to like rewatch the video and look for clues. Like I don't know. I feel like it seems like something. If I got punked on set, I would include it in the video.
Oh, I think it was Jadakiss pulled a gun out one time. Like, really, like didn't have the time for it. And I wonder, like, how many times have you put people in danger, Ashton? Like,
yeah.
And we have the same thing with the YouTube pranks gone wrong, and it's always a black dude just beating somebody's ass.
Yo, the YouTube pranks thing is like. It really upsets me because these people like just instigate on the street and then call themselves comedians. Let me instigate a
black person and see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me just go up and imply the N-word.
It's a prank.
Right. I don't give a fuck.
He has a real gun. It's not a prank.
Right.
Anyway.
I mean, you seeing some like the shit that consistently gets under my skin is like I see parents fucking with their kids on TikTok.
Oh, bro.
Like in ways that to me feel like brutal, like emotionally. It's like their kid will be like 3 or 4, like we're talking early developmental stages of life, and they're just like doing the most ridiculous shit for a laugh. And then it's not just that, it's like you go to the comments and it's just grown ass adults just laughing their asses off,
right?
And you're just like, this person probably just traumatized their kid.
Yeah. That's
for me,
right.
I feel like Jimmy Kimmel started that shit, or at least popularized it.
God, you're right.
He
that's
did the
true.
whole, like,
that's true.
I ate your Halloween candy.
Right.
Hey, you remember when we went out and had a good time? And I ate all the candy.
one I'm thinking about, it was a black family. I just saw it like within the last 24 hours. Yeah, and it was like the mom was like, I'm calling the police on your sister. And this boy had to be like 3-4 years old or something. And he starts like, he's like on the verge of like crying.
He barely knows what that means. Like,
no, he did know. He's like, he's crying. Like, he starts like, he's like the whole, that's the whole joke. That's what everyone finds funny with it, is that he's trying to defend his sister. And the mom is just like, nope, I'm calling the police. And he's like on the verge of crying. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like,
you know what though?
How do y'all even find this funny?
You know what then? Now that you say that, like, I feel like we're part of a generation of kids where our parents did that to us with no cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right.
I definitely had at one point my mom would threaten to call the police on me just as a joke or some shit like that. And like scared the shit out of me.
Even take it like maybe more innocuous or like further back, like the whole tradition of smacking the kid's face into the birthday cake when he's like 2 or 3.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like why?
For who? For
why?
Every adult in the room. Funniest thing in the world.
Literally just telling this kid, don't trust people.
Yeah, literally.
Trust no one.
Your safest, happiest moment. I can still get you. I can still ruin this whole shit, pack this shit whole.
Exactly. It's my money. It's my money. I don't give a fuck.
And like,
I buy the cake.
Contempt you have to have.
It's so funny that you're saying that when we were just talking about the state and the psychological warfare of the state. No, literally, like that's just like a microcosm of like this big brother shit of like keeping you on edge. It's like, yeah, of course I have a fucking anxiety disorder. I felt like I was going to get my ass whooped from having MTV on the TV for a split second. Yeah,
for
you know what I mean?
Like, I forget a dish in the sink. Like, I might get hit for that shit.
Right. You used to like check the TV to see if it was still hot. You could touch it.
Just do a static sweep. Like,
yeah, right. Just do a little like.
Now it's like when Connor like, I can't remember what episode it was, but he was just like, yeah, it's like your parents are fucking cops. Like they're like the first fucking cops.
Yeah.
You know?
You remember he was saying something about the sound of like a old TV or something like that. And I'm thinking back on it and I was like, I got so like paranoid about, like, still if I hear a garage open, I like
Jesus
I think my
Christ.
mom is coming home and I got to turn everything off, and I'm just like, and just like I hear the sound of, like, you know, that subtle noise the TV makes when you turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
I still like hear
Right.
that, you know what I'm saying? That's such a, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Man. That
It's
sound is just
traumatic, dog. Like that's
The sound of the TV reverberates through my brain. Mama's gonna whoop my ass again.
no, she's gonna call my dad to whoop my ass.
And that's
Oh, right,
that
right.
nigga,
Yeah.
him getting home later than everybody.
Both my parents would spank me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they would both do it.
No,
And I really
my mom
believe,
wouldn't.
and it's not just black people, of course, but you know, it's really poor people in general. But there's such a backsliding happening. Where we want to defend the shitty ways we were born,
Right.
and then proliferate it.
Right, you
to the
see
next
it. You see it on
generation.
on TikTok,
Oh my God,
especially.
all the
Like you
time.
see
Yeah. All the
just
time.
thousands of adults, essentially saying like it'll be. It's always a child. Like there's no debate about
Little ass
the age.
nigga.
Right,
Yeah.
tiny and it's this thing of just like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care what age they are. I'm beating that ass.
Right.
You know, like I'm whooping that ass.
Mhm.
It's wild, and the darkest shit for me personally is like I used to have this very naive idea when I was, you know, like late teens, early 20s, that like we're in the age of information, so and it's only getting stronger, so there's no way. You said backslide. It's like it's like, oh no, there's no way. No, we're just gonna learn and see how
Multiply
ridiculous
and
it.
keep going until you know.
Right, we're
until-
gonna
Yeah.
socially evolve. It's like you think because of the technology that equates to social evolution or something. I really used to I guess have hope for that.
Me too, man.
And the fact that you can go on an application like TikTok, which is supposed to be the most advanced, you know, algorithmic phenomena of an app,
Nope.
and see just people in hordes with the most reactionary kind of positions on something as simple as like, yeah, it's a child. Their brain hasn't actually developed. You're an adult. You're supposed to nurture them and listen to them and talk to them
Yeah.
and treat them like a human being from that age.
Even more sinister, they press record and edit the video with the assumption that we're gonna like this shit, that we're
Right.
actually
Yeah.
gonna fuck
Right.
with the shit that you
Yeah.
just post, like, oh, so sick, you just fucking spanked
Right.
the kid, like,
And
yeah,
half the time they're right.
Yeah.
They're right.
Right.
they are.
Because people buy into that shit.
So to the point, when we get to the point that we are like, whatever, wagging our finger at these people, the failure is 25 years old. The failure is
Yeah.
4 presidents old. Like,
Yeah. It's like I wish we could just get to a point where the fact that something has happened isn't enough to justify it continuing to happen.
oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like people act like, oh, I paid my student loans. I did fine. Why the fuck?
you.
Why
I don't
can't you?
care.
I don't give a fuck about your
Oh
loans.
my God.
That I'm not gonna say how much I owe because they'll come find me. But the amount that I owe is never getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
If my
Wait,
student
what's the connection with loans? I missed it.
just in the sense that people like
The way shit,
That-
my suffering should,
my suffering
You should
because I
Oh,
suffered,
right,
you have to suffer.
right.
And so like
and it's incredible. That's literally where the obsession with black parents and whipping comes from. Like
Yeah.
the suffering that whoever was the last generation to be a slave and kept whipping their kids after that, that's the same justification.
Yeah.
My grandparents got whipped by massa and they whipped me. So I'm
Right.
going to whip you. I don't care if we're free still.
right.
Decade and generation after generation.
Yeah.
That
It's like
And we forget that went on for centuries.
and that's
you
the
have to
only reason why
understand
we
that.
beat our
right.
kids
Yeah.
the way we do.
Right.
It's
right.
because we are grown men. Our fathers were beat like that.
yeah.
Right.